Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, November the 19th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our room. This is the address to get in, and we're open between 9 and 4 p.m. every day, and I'm live on the mic between those two times. All right, exciting day in the room today. Really exciting day. A lot of interesting things happened, and I'm also going to go over a bit of an instructional video because I'm getting a lot of requests for it on how I create my AI alert windows, both the top list and the alert window. So I'll go over that a little bit later. But first, just want to go over a couple of these plays today. First of all, there were some great calls on the room. I mean, Real made a great call on C-Trip. Bring up C-Trip here. Um, let's get to the. By the way, we have a new version of TI Pro, so there are some subtle differences in how you access some of the options. But anyway, I think he called it right around here, around a 109, 110, or it might have been around here, but it moved up $2, $3 for from there. So really nice one. UNH was another nice one. I actually had UNH early. UNH was one. Let's get the pre-market. UNH was one that I was looking at because it had big drop in the pre-market, so I wanted to play the bounce on it. Um, so just quickly, I got in at, come on. First of all, I just want to, yeah, I don't like this. Some of the properties you have to, okay. So that's what I mean. We now have a properties menu, which is showing a lot of the things that used to be just on their own. So I was looking to play this on the bounce, and I ended up taking the trade. Well, right here, 111.25. Uh, not sure I like this. So this is under markup now. Okay. Um, so yeah, so I took the trade here, right on this pop here, and I got out at 112. I got out at 112, right around here. Yeah, it's an extra step. And 112.65 on the way down. I think it was on, yeah, on this candle as it was coming back down. So it was a quick trade, pretty quick trade. And then I think Real actually turned around and went short on it. So overall, it was a really nice trade, both on the long side and on the short side. Now, um, for me anyway, the trade of the day was INGN, and a lot of interesting stuff to talk about on this one. Mainly because INGN, you notice it's from the AI channel. We didn't have very many alerts, which I really liked. This is called Bond Shorty. Okay, so why is it called Bond Shorty? One of our really good customers, and I think he's acts as a bit of a salesperson for us. Uh, I think he's on a retainer of some sort, but at any rate, it doesn't really matter. But he uses the odds maker a lot. Now we're now calling it the back tester. I don't think we're calling it the odds maker anymore. But anyway, and so he's developed strategies that work for him, and he trades using the bot, robotic trading. And what we're doing though and this is open to anybody, is that if you have a strategy that you like and you want us to optimize it and then see if it can make the grade into our AI strategy window, by all means send us the strategy, okay? And we will optimize it and you'll get full credit for it. I mean, but the thing is that right now we have about a basket of about 35 stocks. So just so you know how this is done. So we have a basket of about, not stocks, I'm sorry, 35 strategies. And so at the end of every day, so at the end of today, um, the AI engine is going to take a look at every strategy and optimize it based on today's data also. And if you get a win percentage over 60, I know this just snuck in, and a profit factor over 2, it makes the grade. The strategy makes the grade for the next day. And that's why you see these strategies today. They made the grade after looking at yesterday's data once the market closed. These are the ones that made the grade. And you can see that we only have, 5 strategies. Now, tomorrow, all these could be gone in theory, and they could be replaced by 8 strategies. We just don't know. But the point is that the more strategies that we have, And with optimizing them every day, the more strategies that we have, let's say we had 100 strategies. And if we use the cutoff of 60 and 2 and we optimized them and we found that there were 30 strategies that passed or 20 strategies that passed, it's probably too many. You would have way too many alerts to look at all day long. And so then what we can start to do, we can say, you know what, instead of 60, let's make that cutoff 70, just for argument's sake. And the profit factor has to be at least 3. How many of those 100 strategies pass the grade? And so that's why we encourage you. If you have a strategy, just send it in to us. Info at tradeideas.com, info at trade-ideas.com. We'll take the strategy and we'll try to optimize it. And, if it doesn't optimize well, it doesn't optimize well. But just because it doesn't optimize well for the next day or the day after that or the day after that doesn't matter. It's in our basket of strategies that we will continue to look at. So the more strategies that we have, we can become even more selective about which ones pass. I say right now it's got to be 62. What if it were 75-3? It's just going to get better and better. So pretty excited about that to engage the community in helping us develop the AI channel because it's for you, it's for me, it's for you, it's for everybody. So INGN was the first one from Bond Shorty's strategy. And so we're all wondering, is it going to work? Well, did it ever work? Again, the trigger was at $38, 38.08. So let's see what that trigger, let me just click on another one and then we'll get there it is. So there's the candle that triggered that. There it is, 38.08 to go short. Well, pretty darn good. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is was in theory a 60-minute hold. So these are 15-minute candles. And as I said, this is skewed a little bit incorrectly. I should say incorrectly. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It closed out the profit at $1.35 because it looks at it, it's a timed exit after 60 minutes. But it kept going down after 60 minutes. So there would have been no real reason. Your girlfriend, it helps. Just a second, please. I forgot to and that was my girlfriend. That was your friends at Help Scout. Anyway, so there would really no reason to get out of it until maybe right around here. Okay, right around this area as it starts to stall. 1 second. Again, sorry about that. I forgot to disable some of my pop-ups that occur. Anyway, so I got into the trade right here at actually it was at 38.01. It was kind of thin, not a lot of volume at that time, and the spread wasn't great, but I said, I'm going to take this trade. And well, I'm ever glad I did because I got out at two areas, 36.77, 36.77, right around here. And then, I was really hoping it would crack 36, but then as it moved back up to 36.50, I got out the back part at 36.50. But just a great, great trade. And what I was trying to say is that this 135, that assumes you got out after 60 minutes. Um, Arguably you would have kept it for another maybe 50 cents easily before any real reason to get out of the trade. Certainly to get out of all of the trade. I mean, I have no problem saying, okay, get rid of some here and maybe watch it around here and then definitely get rid of some here. But anyway, turned into be a great trade. Congratulations, Bon, your first strategy making our AI list, and you're 1 for 1. Only one alert today, but it was a beauty. And now the other thing I would just want to bring to your attention is, and maybe this is a good time to take a look at the AI alert that I've created. In the AI, that's the top list. Hope it doesn't go away when I get rid of this. Okay. So people have asked me, how do I get this AI alert and both in a top list and in an alert window? Well, first of all, I mean, I've just named these AI alerts. Okay. This is not something that was automatically generated from the AI channel. But, in a nutshell, this is what I'm doing. And you can start doing this tomorrow if you want. If you have the AI channel, you can take the strategies here, and let's just view all trades, okay? And you can take them, and then you can just we took copy them just by highlighting them. Just copy them, and putting them into a symbol list and then monitoring them the next day, both in the top list window and in the alert window. Okay, and now it doesn't mean just because it was triggered that I will actually, that they will all make my list. What I'll do once the market closes, I'm going to look at every one of these and I'll see, do I want to keep following it? Do I want to keep following it? If I do, it makes a list. If it doesn't, it doesn't make the list. Now I realize that's rather subjective. I mean, it's up to you to decide, by looking at your daily and weekly charts and all of that, does it make the list or not? I can guarantee that INGN will make the list no matter what because maybe it's due for a bounce after being down. It'll be 3 days in a row being down. And IBB was down today, the biotech index, so that might have just dragged that down. But we'll have to see. But this will probably make my list. But without looking at each one of these right now, I don't know which ones are going to make the list. But let's assume that you finally you take a look at these, you put them in a symbol list. So that was the next question. Well, how do I make a symbol list in the first place? So to make a symbol list is and I have to make sure this doesn't, okay, I'm going to move this over, I'm going to move this out because sometimes if I click on something, I might not see this. If I had this here and I clicked on this right here, right here, this would disappear. So anyway, so let me go to Tools and Symbol Lists. So take notes, okay? And see where it says, actually, I'm a little bit wrong here. Let's say you have a top list. You have a top list already, okay? Now this is just a simple top list. I've got price, volume today, position and range, relative volume, and change from the close. These are the columns that I want. That's all. I mean, these are just the columns that I want. So now I'm going to go back. So tools, symbol lists. I'm going to go create new list. So you give it a name. So I will call this one, let's see, what can I call it? I'm going to call it test 2, test 2. Okay? You give it a name. There it is. So notice how it appears down here. More than likely, if you've never created a symbol list, it's going to be right at the top. Okay? So now you've created your symbol list. Now I'm just going to exit this. Okay? You've created your symbol list. So now let's start. I'll start almost from scratch here. No, I won't. You had a top list window, and now you're going to go configure, and then you're going to go symbol lists, and then you're going to go add existing list. And you should see that test 2, it's down here. There it is, test 2. You would just click on it and notice how, again, you can't, it happens so quickly, but you wouldn't have all these here more than likely. But you notice how it went from this column right over to there, to this column right here, test 2. So you would just and you see how it says only the following lists. So you would just check mark this, all right, and then say okay. And now I'm not going to do it, but now this particular window is only monitoring test 2. Obviously, it's monitoring if I look here, it is monitoring a symbol list that I called AI watch list. Okay, that's what I created. All right, so what do I do now every day? So now I'll go back to Tools, Symbol Lists. Now I'm going to go to the AI watch list. Right there, 26 stocks in it. I will go edit the list, and here are my list of symbols. So what I would have done before this, so let me just, because this is probably, what I would have done before this is I would have taken this and I would have highlighted all the symbols, okay? And then when I went into this edit, then I can just Control V and paste them all in here. So if you're starting from scratch, which I'm sure most of you would be, then you can just take a look at these and then you can take, they're now going to be in your top list. You will notice them in your top list immediately. Well, give it 30 seconds and then you'll see them. Then you can start to click on each one of the symbols and take a look at them in the chart and see in your charts, different time frames to see if you want to keep them. If you don't want to keep them, then you go back to, tools, symbol lists, edit the list, and start deleting the ones you don't want. And I do that. I do that every day now. So this list of symbols right here, this is from, excuse me, this is not just from yesterday, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously. Excuse me, this is not just from yesterday. These are from several days of AI generated or symbols in our AI channel. And some of them I keep around for a while just to see, like this PACB was one from yesterday. Obviously fabulous. I didn't trade it. I should have traded it. But PACB, look at this one. And why did I keep it? Just one second. So why did I keep this one? Well, this one was triggered on the AI channel yesterday, I think at $8 and 20 odd cents. It closed at 8.67, almost at the high of the day. Now I just flat out missed it. I mean, I just missed it today. I wasn't paying enough attention. But look what it's done. So that's why it made the list, okay? Because it had a great looking daily. Now, what did make the list also was this one, this small one. This got alerted yesterday, and so it made my list because look at the gap we've got to fill potentially. I mean, does it necessarily fill? No. But look at the gap. So when I looked at this, remember now, I'm seeing this yesterday. I don't see this candle. All I'm seeing is this. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? If it can get up to this level here, take out 2 days ago high, this might have a little run in it as a very cheap one because I'm looking at this gap all the way up to 5 odd dollars. So that is why it made the list, and I took the trade at 218 today, and I'm still in it. I have sold some at 235, and it'll probably stay on the list. Okay, that's why I'm saying it's not going to necessarily disappear as long as it doesn't collapse below $2 or something. Really collapse. It's going to stay on the list. So that's what happens. I will take this list every single day. I will look at every symbol and I'll make a decision. Do I want to keep it or do I want to get out of it? Actually, UA was a good example. I actually did trade UA early today. I got in 89.21 and sold at 89.57. It was quick and dirty. And, it's down now, but I mean, it was at the top of this list when I saw it early this morning, and I thought, you know what, I'm taking it. So that's how I think that it's a great way to use the AI channel, and not just for the current day alerts, but going forward several days to keep a list handy and just monitor them. So I know this video is a little bit long-winded today, but hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight on how to use the list. And all I did with the alert window was I just took basically the same headings, and I did the same thing. I've just got the symbol list, attach that symbol list to the alert window, and then my trigger is just the new high or new low for the day. And I have a sound alert on it. So that's why, and this is one I probably should be watching. ZTS was great yesterday, and it's right at the top of the list here. So very exciting. I mean, sorry, I have 18 minutes now, but it's a super exciting way to use the AI channel, and AI channel has just been performing really, really well. So anyway, I better cut it off now. I want to get back to the room, and again, move this out, move this out. Here's how to get into our room, open between 9 and 4, live on the mic during those times. So I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.